1, 2, 3. Welcome back to my shop. I'm just out here for about an hour this morning cleaning up a mess that I made last night, and I wanted to talk to you about 1, 2, 3 blocks. These are 1, 2, 3 blocks. If you're a machinist or into metalworking, you probably know that these have been around for a very long time and a very useful tool in a machine shop. However, over the last few years, 5 or so, maybe even a little more, they've actually made quite an impact with woodworkers. I use these all the time. In fact, I find myself often grabbing these before my speed squares. I use these to make sure my blade is 90 degrees. I use these for making repeated cuts. Right there, it's on the 3-inch mark. I can make repeated 3-inch cuts. They can be a really quick way for setting up the height of the table saw blade. You can quickly set up the table saw fence to get an accurate cut. For example, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, and you can get creative. 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, and you can do that real quick. It's just as accurate and a lot faster than using a tape measure. The same can be said for the router table. You can use this for really quick height and depth adjustments. Again, all the way from 1 to 6 inches. I can make sure my fence is still parallel and accurate, tweak it if need so. This has been a good fence and I haven't had to do that yet. Very, very useful tool here on the router table also. Yep, you guessed it. It's a really useful tool here on the jointer. Just like that, yep, everything's square, ready to rock and roll. It's a pretty quick way to make sure your bandsaw doesn't need any adjustments. Everything's still 90 degrees before making cuts. I use these all the time when making things like cabinets and drawers. Just a really quick reference to make sure things are 90 degrees before you lock them down. This one's more for you knife makers, but I can set it right here on the table, run it up against the platen, and make sure, or get that to 90 degrees or square really quick. I use the 1, 2, 3 blocks here on the drill press all the time, more so for knife making, but where they come in really handy is you can lock down your handle skills on your knife, and then use the 1, 2, 3 blocks to lift the material up off the table here so there's not interference with the clamps. Just like that, I can drill pinholes or kind of whatever you need to do there. Really, really useful here on the drill press. Paperweights to make sure your plans or sandpaper don't blow away when you're working with your garage door open like I do all the time. Endless possibilities. A great little tool, and honestly, I find myself grabbing these before I grab my speed squares. Both great tools. I just like these a little better. You know, they definitely have a place in my shop. Maybe they have a place in your shop if they don't already. If you do use these in your shop in a way that I haven't shown here, how are you using them? Always open to learning new things. That's one of my favorite things about YouTube, is seeing how other people are using their equipment and incorporating, you know, their ideas in my shop. So in closing, these are the more budget-friendly ones. I got these off Amazon for probably right around 20 bucks. At that price point, you would be surprised at how precision and square these are. I should have got the digital calipers out. I just don't have a lot of time here this morning. Got some family obligations this afternoon, which I'm going to go get ready for now. You know, if you use these, let me know how you use them in the comments below. And I will leave a link to these blocks that I use also in the description below. Have a great day. We'll see you in the shop soon.